This is a pretty big update, by the way. This is a very big update to the story we've been covering for quite a while. The Epstein story. And it looks like President Trump got cleared by Gillis Maynard. What? I have no idea how to pronounce her name, and I don't care. You know what it is. Everybody knows what it is.
Ghislaine Maxwell has cleared Donald Trump's name while awaiting her pardon. This is new from ABC. Ghislaine Maxwell told DOJ Trump never did anything concerning around her. Now, notably, Trump has been asked whether he's going to...
That's very convenient for Trump. That's extremely convenient. Good for him.
Pardon Ghislaine Maxwell before he said he wishes her well.
I just wish her well, frankly.
Yeah, I wish her well. I'd wish you well. I'd wish a lot of people well.
Then he's asked if he's going to pardon her. He says, well, I'm allowed to do it, but I really haven't thought of it.
I'm allowed to do it, but it's something I have not thought about.
Now, notably, this is very similar to the way Trump has responded previously when talking about people he would later end up pardoning.
I don't want to talk about pardons for Michael Flynn yet.
You pardon Paul Manafort? I have not even given it a thought as of this moment.
She's getting pardoned. Yep, she's getting pardoned 100%. Yeah. I didn't know this.
Oh, are you going to pardon him, sir? He's been convicted of
Roger Stone.
Am I going to pardon you? Well, I hadn't thought of it.
Now, obviously, he later did pardon Michael Flynn, Roger Stone, and Paul Manafort, and this has all led many people to wonder if a similar thing is in the works for Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yes.
Now, this all comes after 9 hours of Ghislaine Maxwell privately speaking to Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche.
So no one will serve time for a pedo ring and we're celebrating it? Well, I think that really, I mean, this is the outcome that I want, is I want her to give names and help the government figure out who was involved. And even if they don't get Trump, that's okay. That's not great. I mean, assuming Trump did something wrong, like my ideal, like ideologically, this is what I would want to happen. I would want anybody who was involved to be crucified. Literally. That's my best case scenario. So everything else besides that, I'm not getting what I want. I'm a reasonable guy. I'm willing to compromise. But that's where I start. Publicly and televised? Of course. Duh. And if it takes it, but the thing is that if it takes having one person go free to put another 10 people in jail, seems like a pretty obvious decision there.
Former defense attorney for Donald Trump, and this was a private meeting. It's notable that there were talks about doing it publicly in front of Congress, but that got shoved aside pretty quick when they realized they could just do this behind closed doors. Now, Todd Blanche said he was thinking about releasing the transcripts. We don't know if that's going to happen.
It won't matter. They shouldn't release them, and it doesn't even matter if they do. If they release the transcripts, they're just going to say that they made them up. Like, again, like for transparency, people, the thing is that nobody trusts the Trump administration to handle the Epstein case in a way that's authentic and fair. Straight up. I don't think anybody trusts them. So unless she can provide undeniable proof that certain people were involved, I don't think anybody's going to care, like them saying, oh, well, this is it or that's it or whatever. I think people are just weaponizing this and that's it. Are you okay with Trump being involved? Well, of course I wouldn't. Why would I be okay with somebody being involved in a global elite pedophile ring? Why would I want that? Of course I wouldn't want Trump to be involved. I wouldn't want Biden to be involved either. It's awful. But what matters isn't about what you want. It's about what is. It's most important that you get as close to the truth as possible. That's it. Well, who asked that question? Yeah, that's not what he meant. What he meant as in, would you keep no bias if Trump was? Yeah. How could you defend a pedo? Yeah, of course. Everybody would. Duh. What? Obviously. What a stupid question.
or not. But today we got leaks of what may have been said during the 9 hours where Ghislaine Maxwell told Todd Blanche that Trump had never done anything in her presence that would have caused concern. Now, do we believe this? Well, the challenge is that Ghislaine Maxwell has every reason to lie. She, after all, is looking for a pardon. Her lawyer says right now that she would welcome any relief, and relief is
nothing that's special. I mean, anybody in prison would say that, but yeah.
Exactly what she got after this testimony, right after the testimony to the DOJ where she cleared Trump's name. She got transferred to a less restrictive prison called a minimum security prison, with the Washington Post calling it one of the nation's most lenient lockups for nonviolent women offenders. It's notable.
That's convenient for her.
Well, she had to get a special waiver to even go to this prison because normally sex offenders are not allowed. And this is something I really want to
it was reviewed by the Bureau of Prisons, and then it was overruled because they had decided that she shouldn't go there, but it got overruled by the federal government or something like this. So it's not like a decision wasn't made. The decision was made and the decision was overruled.
At home. Previously, I've been talking about Ghislaine Maxwell, and we've been talking sort of okay, yeah, she trafficked for Jeffrey Epstein. I think it's worth hitting home that she also participated in some of the acts. She is a offender, convicted, and those types of people aren't eligible normally for minimum security prisons. That's why a former warden told the Post.
Well, I don't know why. Coffee, I think, is getting this wrong in a way. It's very obvious that the reason why she's being given this treatment is because of the fact that she's privy to this information and they're trying to treat her differently in order to get an outcome out of her. That's obviously what's going on here, right? I mean, anybody would know this, but I don't even really know what to say. But yeah, and by the way, I agree with that. If I was Trump or I was his team, I would absolutely put her in a minimum security prison. I would do whatever it would take to make the canary sing. Whatever I need to do it. Because it's pragmatic. It's just the pragmatic, smartest option to do.
Inmates, if they have a offense, are not going to a place like that, period. It's truly unheard of. Quote, it's a country.
It's awfully convenient for upcoming suicide as well. Yeah, that's true.
Club. Someone gave special preference to Maxwell that, in my knowledge, no other inmate currently serving in the Federal Bureau of Prisons has received. So she is getting special treatment for...
Of course she is, duh.
Something. We don't know exactly why she had to get a special waiver for this, though. This is not something that everyone gets. Contradicting this, though, the president has come out and said, oh, this is actually a very normal thing.
Questions for you. One, were you aware of and did you personally approve the prison transfer for Ghislaine Maxwell that your Justice Department...
I didn't know about it at all. No, I read about it just like you did.
And do you believe that she is...
It's not a very uncommon thing.
Do you believe that she's credible to be listening to? Your Deputy Attorney General sat down with her recently.
Well, let me tell you, he's a very talented man.
I'll remind you, the guy he's talking about formerly was his defense attorney. And her question,
which convenient for him,
never really gets answered, which is, can we trust Ghislaine Maxwell, actually is an important...
Yes and no. And it doesn't matter. Because if she can tell you where the bodies are buried, go out there and start digging. If there's no bodies, well, then I guess the answer is no. But it's a possibility. You're getting it wrong because you think about it maliciously. It's not about getting her to talk. It's about getting her to talk for you. Well, as long as they can... No, you think about it right here. Bodies of kids? Well, no, metaphorically, right? What I'm saying is that if she can provide evidence, testimony, information, and a credible line of reasoning to put some of these people in jail... I think that it's absolutely worth giving her whatever she wants if she's able to do it for enough people, because it's a matter of doing whatever is the best for the greater good. It's that simple. And so, would I rather have 5 elite fucking government and, billionaire officials in jail for doing this stuff, or would I rather have her in jail? Well, I would obviously rather have the 5 people that are these elite billionaires, right? It's pragmatic. So I see what the point is, but I don't think that you need to trust her. And this is the case with any sort of interviewing witnesses. You have to, at a certain point, operate that, they're not just instantly lying to you, but it's trust but verify. I don't think that they should just listen to what she says and then arrest people based off of that. I think that if she can't provide proof for it, then you can't really act on it because she is a liar. Yeah, for sure. She needs to give tangible evidence. Exactly, yes. To the extent that she can provide tangible evidence, or at least tell you where you can find tangible evidence, then that definitely would work. That would matter. We can no longer trust Trump. I don't think you could have ever trusted Trump, to be honest with you. He's not a trustworthy person. He's just not. I mean, in a lot of ways I like Trump, but he is a liar. He's been a liar. The thing is, she would have already given something to get moved already. They don't just move you first. I think that for something like this, they might. But I don't know.
Important one, because previously she was charged with...
I feel like this is such a unique circumstance that you can't really create like this is what happens in this situation. This is like a once in like a fucking 10, 20 years. Like there's no other situation that's been like this before. There's not a precedent for this.
Ghislaine Maxwell actually is an important one because previously she was charged with perjury. This was in connection with her 2016 deposition. Perjury just means she was lying under oath. Quote,
which is why I think it's okay to have her speak, because they found out that she was lying here, and they'll find out that she's lying if she lies about the Epstein stuff too.
2016, while testifying under oath in a civil proceeding, Maxwell repeatedly made false statements, specifically about certain specific acts and events alleged in the indictment. So... can we trust someone who previously our government charged with making false statements when specifically these false statements may benefit her? I don't know. Maybe you think she's turned a leaf and she suddenly is...
She absolutely hasn't, but you can expect people to operate in self-interest. And if her self-interest and self-preservation overrules her stupidity, then she will provide at least some evidence and some proof, if she has it, in order to give them a bone so they will release her. Yeah, you can always expect people to act in self-interest. And it is in her, right now, it is in her self-interest to give up names of other people.
This is honesty, it's worth saying she's already reaping the rewards of the testimony she's given so far. Our president proceeds to talk about how talking to Ghislaine Maxwell is going to help with the fact that we don't want people getting caught up in this that would have their lives hurt.
Whatever he asked would be totally appropriate, and it's not an uncommon thing to do that. And I think he probably wants to make sure that, people that should not be involved or aren't involved are not hurt by something that would be very, very unfortunate, very unfair to a lot of people.
We don't want people getting involved who might be hurt by this, right? That's why we got to talk to her behind closed doors.
Yeah.
We got to give her preferential treatment, right? Because we don't want anyone who might have been otherwise implicated in this falsely to get implicated, right? We want to make sure their names, whoever they are, whatever mysterious person they are, do not get implicated in this. And obviously that goal of Maxwell clearing certain people is being achieved here with her now clearing Trump's name with a possible pardon on the line. Now, I do have to say, it could...
This is such a bad point by Coffee. He's saying that we should trust her as long as it's what we want to hear. Otherwise, she's a liar who's committed perjury. Well, I think it's very simple. You listen to what she says. You check if you can verify it. And if you can't, then it's probably bullshit. And if you can, then at that point, you're not listening to her anymore. You're going based off of evidence that you found. That's what I would say. I don't think that you need to trust somebody in order for them to give you, a path to go on.
Be the case that he didn't have anything to do with it. She is being honest here. But unfortunately, the waters are muddied when you have such a transparent conflict of interest in this whole story.
Yeah,
personally, I don't want anyone, Ghislaine Maxwell or any of the elites that are involved, to be let off the hook. In fact,
I don't either, but I would rather have Ghislaine give up a bunch of names and at least get some people, right? Like, you think of it as like a deck of cards. Well, you've got 52 cards. There's 4 fucking, types of cards, like, spades or whatever. Would you rather have like one deck or one of the 1 through 12 or suits? Sorry. Would you rather have one suit or 0? It's such an easy decision. I'd rather at least get one.
Just today, we had a bombshell report from the New York
not
Times
gonna happen?
about
Well, you could be
Jeffrey
right.
Epstein's personal residence where he had pictures.
Would you trust her? No, I would not trust her. But I would trust her to act in self-interest, to at least provide me enough information to condemn a number of people, because she would know, like, she's not a stupid person. She would know that it would be necessary to do that.
Famous people. More letters came out with people like Woody Allen, and all of these people should be investigated. Unfortunately,
Absolutely.
we are living in a time where a select few of these people have so much power over
That's right.
the investigators of it. Maybe instead of
That's
giving
true.
preferential treatment to sex offenders, we should just release the Epstein files and see where that gets us.
I don't think that would work, because the person who's releasing the Epstein files is the person who's controlling them. So I don't really understand the logic with this. Like, if you think that Trump is stacking the deck with Ghislaine Maxwell's testimony, wouldn't he also stack the deck by releasing the files? Because there's no secondary source that you can judge this against to make sure that files and information are missing. So, like, this is it. Yeah, they'll just redact stuff, so why not release them? I don't know why they wouldn't, but what I'm saying is that if they release them and it doesn't condemn somebody that they want to condemn, then everybody is going to say that it's bullshit to begin with. And that's the point that I was making more than anything. Why not ask victims? Why not ask victims? Well, obviously, like, you know, there's some subsetting files. Releasing every single file is an impossibility. Yes, yeah, definitely. Boy, you sound a lot like someone that's in that list. What? I'm so confused. And anyway, so let me go back. The answer is obvious. Well, and this is amazing for me to see. Like, what is the comment on this here? Don't spend this. I think you're wrong about this one, Zach. If one of Trump's lies is caught, he's a goner. That's why he won't release the files. It's too risky. Even if it were to fake it, people are not stupid. Take the video, for example. Yeah, but what did people thinking the video was fake? What did that result in? Nothing. Nothing happened. Nobody got in trouble. Nobody was a victim of anything. Nobody got banned, or not banned. Nobody got put in jail. Nothing happened, right? And so it doesn't make a difference, right? So even if people think that it's bullshit, nothing's going to happen. And it looks like, obviously, this is a person that just has literally no opinion at all, other than just saying that. Why would people take her words over the actual files? That's ridiculous, honestly, bro. Well, you don't. I don't know why some people could just be political opponents of the current establishment. Remember, they're all corrupt. Her testimony only had badly done independent third party. It's very weird. I think people, you know what? I think right now people are being biased about this topic. I think that they are. Because if you logically look at this from any sort of a pragmatic point of view, it would logically be a better idea to get as many people as possible. But I think that some people don't want that to happen because they're worried that it's only going to happen to the side that they are on. I think that's what's happening right now. Am I gauging this in the right way? Because I feel like that's the vibe that I'm getting from a lot of people here. Is that, yeah, people are thinking this way. Go after the ringleaders? Yeah, exactly. And so I don't even understand what this is. Like, how is that? Yeah, these chatters can't min max. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't even understand the thinking here. You're right. Yeah, there shouldn't be. There isn't a side with any of this, guys. There are no sides here. It's really just this simple. There are the weird bad actors that should get in trouble, and the people that aren't. And that's it. Like, there's no, like, Republicans or Democrats or anything like that. Why not just release the files? The answer is the third party has them. I think so. What do you want to know? Well, what I'm saying is that making a mistake. Well, what is the mistake? She has no incentive to tell the truth and every reason to lie. The truth and implicate the same apparatus that's questioning her. Yeah, she's probably not going to implicate Trump or anybody around him. That's probably true. But I would argue that it's better that she implicates at least some people rather than nobody. And I can't see a single argument against that other than it's not my side, so I don't want to have an L. That's it. It's literally that simple. And, like, yeah, it's bad, but I would take, again, half of a deck instead of nothing. It's that simple. It's a political weapon? Of course it is. Obviously it is. It's absolutely a political. What did you think it was? Yeah, duh. And so facts are what matters, not your idea of justice. We already have a legal system. Prove it instead of just trying to hurt others and boost your own egos. Yeah, I think that's true too. Absolutely. And let's see if I look at a few more of these, but then we'll move on. Once you open Pandora's box, no one's safe. Maybe. What if she implicates people wrongfully just to please the administration? Well, I mean, if she implicates somebody and they can't find evidence for them doing anything wrong, then I don't think that they should be convicted, even if she says that they didn't, because she's a known liar, like Coffee said. I don't think that you should use her testimony as proof. I think it should be used as evidence, or it should be used as a direction to go in order to find evidence. Yeah, it's not like she says the names and then we just instantly put those people in jail. That's stupid. Of course we wouldn't do that. What a ridiculous way to look at things. What's the point of the testimony if we have the evidence already? Simple. Because she can probably, if she knows more about it, she can maybe draw conclusions with that evidence that the government and the investigators might not have awareness of. So even if all the evidence is collected and, you know, everybody knows what it is, there might be bits of it that are not correlated in a way that actually they're meant to be in. Yeah, it's connections and corroborations. Yeah, exactly. What if there's no evidence? What if Ghislaine is a dead lead and nothing comes out of it? Well, then, I don't know, like send her back to the maximum security prison and she rots. Who cares? I mean, I feel like that's a pretty simple thing, right? I mean, what do you think would happen? Yeah, that's what I would do.